as you're born and then you do what you think is dying. You think you've got all these starting and stopping points, but you don't. You are a continuum of joyous creation. Consider that. So you have a bunch of stuff in your vortex and then you croak. We like to be disrespectful of death since there isn't any. And then you experience, then you suddenly know everything that you wondered about, and you're no longer worried about anything that you were worried about, and you now see the pure essence in everyone that you love, and you see the pure essence in everyone that you didn't love, and now you get to love all of those people that you didn't love. It's really a nice experience to croak. We're not kidding you even a little bit, because you leave behind all of your resistance and you reemerge into the fullness of who you are. And then you get to ponder, you get to inspire songwriters, or if you're a songwriter, and you get to inspire the carpenter, if you're a carpenter, you get to think further about the things you think about or that you've been thinking about. You get to continue to expand your life because you know how it works. You know who helps you? The people who receive your inspiration. You think that Einsteins of the world aren't connected to the Einstein that was the Einstein, and you don't think that he was connected to the Einstein that was before him. There's this continuum. As this water of creation begins to boil and continues to boil and boil, the manifestations just become more and more and more and more and more. You don't need to worry about regression. There is no regression. There is no going back. There's only more and more and more. But so many humans deprive themselves of recognizing the more because they're squabbling and fighting and finding ridiculous things to cause them to deprive themselves of all of this knowing that's pouring forward. When you feel pure positive emotion, when you feel that, you got to know that source energy is right there with you, feeling what you're feeling, and you are the manifestation in your body of what source is feeling. But you got to let yourself be the manifestation of what source is feeling. That's how you feel optimism. That's how you feel invincible. That's how you know that it's all about love. That's how you know that it's always going to be okay. That's how you know that you are an eternal being. That's how you know that eternity exists. And that's when you get to understand the importance of you in this eternalness. And that's when you begin to feel worthy and deserving. And when you begin to feel worthy and deserving, that's when you get to live what source is seeing for you. But source isn't just randomly assigning stuff to you. Source watched you and knew you carefully and saw what you preferred and what you liked most and what you put into your vortex. And so those are the thoughts that source specifically thinks about you and for you. You're not just a bunch of people like puppets on a string. You're the creator of it, and non-physical is the supporter of it, and we are all in it together.
So after a while, people can decide if they just want to come back and experience.
Oh, they want to come back. They love coming back because something in the vortex that is a vibration, water's boiling it out here. When it gets boiling enough that it manifests, that's the big payoff. That's why you're here. If manifestation, see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it, wasn't so divinely inspired, nobody would come. You'd all remain non-physical and just think stuff instead of live stuff and feel stuff and smell stuff and taste stuff and do stuff. Do not underestimate the deliciousness of where you are right here and now, and be the partner, the conscious, deliberate partner with the source energy part of you that exists while you're physical and while you're not, who continues to become, who loves life and always has and always will, while you say, here I am, I don't remember nothing. What looks good to me now? And you uniquely find something else that looks good to you, and the combinations of the differences of you create new things that have never been before. This gathering has never been before unto all of the universe, and today together collectively we took thought beyond what it had ever been before. Understanding of physical and non-physical and potential and worthiness. For what? What's the point of it? What's the point of you having conscious understanding of how this all works?
more joy.
It's the only way it can be fun. Somebody said it earlier. If you don't know where you are, you can't savor the movement toward the new. Oh, it's good to be alive. Isn't it good to be alive? Isn't it good to be a creator? Isn't it good to be in an environment that inspires you to more? And isn't it good to feel the tug? Because the more you don't quite get, you're not quite up to speed with it, but you want to be. So you have to let go of the details of it and just feel as good as you can feel. And then you let a little more in, and you let a little more in, until before you know it, your capacity to enjoy, to savor, to love, you're just scratching the surface of it. We don't think you should have to croak to taste it fully. You will taste it fully when you croak. You will. You will. Something about that edge, isn't there? There's something about wanting it and not having it. Not even understanding it, but wanting to. And then catching a glimpse and just holding steady for a minute until it shores up. And then, and then, now what? That's eternity, folks. You're not ever going to get it done, and you cannot get it wrong.
All right.
Really good conversation.
Thank you.
You satisfied?
I am. Thank you.
Really good.